The sun beat down on the dusty road as Rabbit, cocky and confident, hopped along, a smirk playing on his whiskers. Tortoise, plodding steadily behind, barely registered his presence. Their annual race was on, and Rabbit, having won every year, felt a surge of smug satisfaction. He was, after all, the fastest creature in the forest. He could afford to take a break. He found a patch of shade under a sprawling oak tree and promptly fell asleep, dreaming of victory celebrations. Meanwhile, Tortoise continued his slow, unwavering pace. He didn't sprint. He didn't rush. He simply kept moving, one determined step at a time. The sun climbed higher, casting long shadows across the path, but Tortoise remained focused, his small eyes fixed on the finish line. He passed the sleeping Rabbit, barely glancing at the smug creature sprawled beneath the tree. Hours later, as the sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Tortoise reached the finish line. He'd won. A collective gasp rippled through the small crowd of forest creatures who had gathered to witness the race. They had all expected Rabbit to win, as always. But there he was, the unlikely victor. Rabbit awoke with a start, the sun setting, casting long, ominous shadows. He looked around wildly, then saw Tortoise basking in the cheers of the assembled animals. Shame washed over him as he realized the consequences of his arrogance. He hadn't just lost a race, he'd lost his reputation, and more importantly, he'd learned a valuable lesson about perseverance and humility. Tortoise, ever gracious, simply smiled and offered a friendly nod. The race was over, but the lesson lived on, a reminder that slow and steady often wins the race.